Dan has written a lot about this is the time for QLA, and boy, is that ever true. Is that a lot of people have written to me, and it's surprising, saying that, boy, it's really tough during COVID 19 to do QLA. But the truth of the matter is, it's 180 degrees from that. It's never been easier to do QLA, in my opinion. So, why is that? It used to be, pre coronavirus, that when you were building a board, people would say to you, well, let's get together for a cup of coffee, or let's get together and have a meal or something like that. And you'd have to go to wherever they were, restaurant, office, etc., and meet with them. You'd have a ton of travel time. You would go meet with them. Maybe it would work out, maybe you don't. It also turns out to be with professionals that you would end up having to go to their offices and end up spending time that way. Now, nobody wants to see you. Nobody is in their office, so you can do it all with Zoom. And I'll give you an example of that. This Friday, I've got 3 appointments with large accounting firms to talk about a deal. And those 3 cover 2 hours of Zoom calls. If I were to do that in pre-coronavirus, I would, as Dan say, I'd have to take a dog sled from my log cabin in Maine. I don't live in a log cabin, but he's right. I do have a log cabin on a lake. So I'd have to leave Maine. I'd probably have to go to Boston. I'd probably have to go to New York. And those 3 meetings in their offices would take at least 2 days. And with travel, probably 3 or 4 days, as opposed to getting them done in 2 hours, which is what's going to happen now. So you're much, much more efficient. You can talk to board members this way. You can talk to professionals, lawyers, and accountants this way. You can go ahead and talk to financial institutions this way. And guess what? You can also go talk to acquisition targets this way. Do I still feel you need to see a deal before you close it and actually lay eyes on it and the people? I do. People are doing it without doing that. I think that's a mistake. So, but you can do all those steps up to that point and do those on Zoom, and you're much more efficient. And I think that as a result of that, if you recognize that, if you use Zoom, which gives you the ability to also read body language, which I think is important, you can move much, much faster. So you just need to use the tools that are there, understand that while I think coronavirus, and Dan does as well, is going to last longer than we initially thought, this won't last forever. And so take advantage of the time. Move with a sense of urgency. Use Zoom when you can do all of these things in 2 hours as opposed to now previously 3 days or more, and do that. Following the steps is critical. If you don't know how to follow the steps, there's plenty of free material on Dan's site. There's plenty of free material on my site. I've also got the boot camp recordings that are 12 hours of recordings that go through templates, tools to use, how to use LinkedIn, et cetera, et cetera. And that's brucewhipple.com/deep dive bootcamp if you want to take a look at that. It's the best work I've done, certainly. So this is the time for QLA, absolutely, in my opinion and Dan's opinion. But go ahead, make sure you use the tools, and you will be amazed at what you can accomplish in how short a period of time compared to the way we used to have to do it.